LGBT ruling that has been postponed. The issue is that penal code of Section 162A and 162C, as well as Section 165.
That's right.
Trevor, you will be speaking to Walter?
Absolutely. Zuya Walter is joining us live from Ilimani, where that case has just been postponed to May 24th at 10:30 a.m. Zuya, thanks for making time for us. What more do we know from that proceeding there?
What happened today, of course, we were expecting the judgment to be read today, but Justice Chacha Mwita came and said that the judgment is not ready, saying that they've had a number of challenges, among them looking at the volumes, the papers that have been submitted by parties in this case. Remember that apart from the main petitioner in the case, Eric Gitari, there are other parties that includes the AG, together with other Christian organization and Muslim organization who are opposing to this petition. The petitioners are led by lawyer Paul Mwite, who at one time asked the court to consider using a judgment that was delivered by the Supreme Court in India. Remember that this is a case that is being followed even by the international media. So on 24th of May, that is when the judgment will be read. And I'm joined by lawyer Harrison Kinyanjui, who is strongly opposing to this petition. And maybe Harrison Kinyanjui, maybe you tell us more about this petition. What is it about, apart from them saying that it is they're fighting for their right? What is it about?
Yeah, for the record, for anyone who's watching, we are opposed to the petition. This is a petition by homosexuals and lesbians. Now, if we go back a little bit to the passage of the Constitution of 2010, the overwhelming majority of the Kenyan people said that we will not permit, we will not allow homosexuality. And if it is factored into the Constitution as an alleged human right, we will reject the Constitution. So at that stage, the Kenyans were of the general consensus, the majority, that we will not permit or allow homosexuality. Now, the Penal Code in Section 162 criminalizes homosexuality, gayism, and the so-called petitioners, or the petitioners, they came to court and said that those sections in the Penal Code that criminalize homosexuality should be ostensibly declared unconstitutional. According to them, according to those lesbians and homosexuals, the individual rights to do whatever you want to do in your privacy, according to them, should not be criminalized. And by the Penal Code, making it an offense, punishable by 12 years, a life sentence, for being found to be engaged in homosexuality, to them, it's a violation of their so-called constitutional rights. So we came in and spoke through Honorable Irongo Kangata, the senator from Murang'a County, that the Kenyan people, as they expressed themselves in 2010, in 2019, that position has not shifted. And among the Kenyan cultures, among the Luya, among the Luo, among the Kikuyu, among the Kamba, the Teso, the Digo, we do not have any acceptance, embrace, or practice of homosexuality seen as a valid expression of love, as the homosexuals want to call it. It was anathema. It is anathema. It remains anathema. It is actually a taboo. You do not say that that is accepted. And so we told the court that if you were to decriminalize this sexual conduct known as homosexuality in the name of so-called human rights, then you will be violating the trust that the Kenyan people placed in the Constitution to defend and protect their cultural orientation, their cultural standpoint of rejecting homosexuality. And then you have in our Constitution the protection of cultures, and that everybody has a right to the protection of their culture. So the Luo, the Kikuyu, I'll speak of the Kikuyu for instance. It was not a Mugiro. You couldn't accept, embrace, or practice homosexuality.
So maybe to cut you short, you're opposing, of course. What is your main ground? At least for them, they're saying their fundamental rights are being violated. So what is your main argument in your case opposing this case?
Fundamental rights? Gosh, What fundamental rights do you oppose? I mean, do you say have been violated when you are acting against the order of nature? I mean, look, I don't want to sound gross, but really, I mean, you cannot take food by means of your ear. You cannot put food there. The function of the ear is to hear or to assess and be able to discern sound. But you will never eat food by means of your ear. Let's not sound that we are so ethereal, we are so up there. We want to create so-called human rights on homosexuality. Now, the point is that you ask me, what is it that we are advocating for? Among the Kenyan cultures, among the Luo, the Kikuyu.
Because of time,
yes,
let me just
yes,
wind
yes.
up.
You cannot practice it.
Okay, that is part of the interested parties in this case who are opposing to this matter. So on 24th of this year, of course, of May, we expect the three-judge bench that is led by Chacha Mwita Aburili together with Mativo, who is on leave, to deliver this judgment that is much awaited by so many people.